When the weather turns ugly, it's time for comfort food, and there is no greater comfort food combination than tomato soup, roasted by the way, and a grilled cheese. Macaroni and cheese, lasagna,
Chicken soup,
shepherd's pie. What else is comfort food, boys?
biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy. I love biscuits and gravy. Let's do that. But we believe the king of the pile, the top of the heap, the best combo of all, tomato soup with a grilled cheese. And we're gonna make that. We're gonna roast the tomatoes. And what's that gonna do, Chance?
It's gonna make them insanely flavorful.
Insanely flavorful. Instead of just throwing tomatoes into a pot and squooshing them up, this is gonna bring out all the delicious, big ol' tomato flavor. There'll be garlic involved, of course. And wait till we get to the grilled cheese. We're making bacon jam to go inside of it. We're gonna make garlic bread-ish stuff on the outside of it. And then a bunch of cheeses. And then when the whole thing comes together, you're doing this and dunking it. Oh, shit. It's gonna be good. We start with the tomatoes. First, we gotta get rid of this. What's this? Stem. No stems here. No fried eggs here. Oh my God. I said no fried eggs here because I went no stems here, and it immediately put the term no fried eggs into my head that a guy standing outside of a strip club in San Francisco said to a group of us walking by one day, trying to sell how fabulous the women on stage were, and he said whatever, a bunch of stuff, they're hot, they're beautiful, this, no fried eggs here. You know what that means? No small little. Back to the tomatoes. We take our tomato, we cut like this. Then I'm gonna take this little, that little green, what's this thing called? The stem spot or whatever. We'll take that out and we'll get them all right here. So we'll just cut them all first. Look at this sharp little knife. Wow. How does that work so well? Well, it's a Sam the Cooking Guy 4-inch paring knife, but it's also sharpened because I keep my knives sharp.
I've actually started to obsessively sharpen my knives almost every single time I use them.
Yeah, so it's not a bad thing to sharpen after you've used them. That means when you go to grab for it the next time, it's ready to go. All right, there's our tomatoes, right? What else would be good with this?
Garlic.
Garlic, yes. Can we just put it in like that?
No.
We almost could, but we won't. Here's what we're gonna do. Take our little knife back, we're gonna cut off the top. You know, we've done this before for roasting garlic. You want to expose all these cloves. You can get rid of this excess paper. That'll sit here. We'll go like this. All right, now, gets a little olive oil. Generous on the garlic itself. A little salt and pepper. And just a few sprigs of thyme just flung over the top of some of the tomatoes. Like this, like that, like this, like that, and we're good. All right, this is now ready for the oven. 425 for about 35 to 45 minutes. These will start to get squishy. The flavors will really start to come out and everything will be fantastic. When I come back, we start the bacon jam. Our bacon jam begins with 1 pound of diced maple bacon. So anticlimactic. It could have been hotter. Here, let me pretend.
Much better.
Thank you. Okay. There's really nothing to do now until this is like 3/4 of the way done. By the way, this bacon jam is one of the greatest things you'll ever make, and it goes on a couple of our burgers at Samburgers. It is outstanding. Make it, put it in the fridge, use it on everything, including the grilled cheese that we're gonna make. Dang, is this gonna be good. All right, so I guess we could roll the cameras forward until this is ready. Okay, so we're waiting for the bacon to get there, about 3/4 of the way done, and when it starts to get pretty foamy, you're close. So just let that happen. Now we can continue on with our soup, and we're gonna start to soften some onions in this pot, and I have some oil in there, and now 1 yellow onion chopped up. By the way, that's proper sizzling, because if it wasn't, I couldn't be talking and have that happen at the same time. If I was faking, it would be like this. Yeah, so now stir it, that kind of thing. And this can get a little of the business. We're just softening. All right, so onions looking nice. Another minute or two here. Turn our attention to the bacon, and the bacon, as I said, when it starts getting foamy like this, we're pretty close. So I want to take out most of this grease. So I'll just do it very simply like this. I won't spill it. I won't burn myself. I'll just degrease this. I could put it in a sieve, but that's messing up a sieve, and then there's going to be still another bowl involved. So I find this just to be a fine way. And you know we're going to save this bacon grease, won't we, lads?
Yeah.
I'll give it a quick strain through paper towels to get rid of the bits that have come out with this draining. But that is almost a cup of perfect bacon grease that will make a really delicious ad for stuff in the future. Cooking eggs, cooking mushrooms, cooking onions. Okay, perfect. Most of the grease is out. Now we add 1 diced red onion and mix it through like this. And we give that a couple minutes just to soften a bit. There's more stuff coming, there's more time coming, so you don't have to worry about softening these onions down too much at this point. Just a couple minutes of being in this pan will be just perfect.
When do we put the time in?
No time.
You just said there's lots more time coming.
Oh, stupid. When this is looking beautiful, 3-4 minutes after we've added the onion, time for some garlic, lads. Right in the middle, 2 big fat cloves, like that. Always let it get fragrant before you do anything else. Like now, this gets mixed in. Then we're gonna add 1 diced up tomato, like this. Juice and all. Stir this through. This just cooks away slowly right here, medium-ish heat, for about 10 minutes to let everything soften up a bit more. But now, while that's happening, we can come back to our onions. Looking lovely. So you're gonna get 2 things. One will be about a tablespoon of tomato paste. Give it a stir. Now, if you don't have this next ingredient, you're okay using more tomato paste, but this is chipotle paste. It was a gift, not from the Chipotle people, but from some nice people. We'll give it a tablespoon of that, and that's gonna give just a little bit of heat to our soup, but also a really gorgeous smokiness. That gets 2 minutes at the bottom of that pot, then we're gonna add some broth. Right after a couple minutes, we got 4 cups of chicken broth, chicken stock. Could be vegetable if you didn't have it. Max, could it be water?
No.
Thank you, it'd suck. So this we want to bring to a little simmer, and it will just make beautiful flavor things happening in this pot. You know, the tomatoes and the garlic and all that are gonna get added to this after and blended, and oh, it's gonna be glorious. So that's good. Over here you can see the bacon, the onion, the tomato are bubbling away nicely. That's brilliant. It's got more stuff coming up, but not quite yet. This will deepen in color a touch. You're gonna be really happy. I'm gonna be, oh fine, we're all gonna be really happy with this. Boys, how long have we been talking about the Raycon earbuds? Quick,
Forever.
right? Now we get to talk about Raycon work earbuds. Look, there's a lot of the same reasons why I like the work earbuds as I have their other earbuds. They're super comfortable. The sound is great. The battery life is fantastic. And no pun intended, but all Raycons just work really, really well. I've said it before, but Raycon is has disrupted the electronics industry by designing premium wireless audio for half the price. But now come these guys, and listen to what they can do. 32-hour battery life. 32-hour battery life is insane. They've always done things differently from the other brands out there, from the way they design their products to the way they price their products. And the company was co-founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Melissa Etheridge are fans. Like I'm a fan. Hey, boys, I'm in the same company as Snoop and Melissa. Their wireless earbuds come in a range of great colors and patterns with a variety of fit options with a noise isolating fit. Oh, check this out, 45-day free return policy. But what makes the work earbud special? 32-hour battery life, 32 hours, super comfortable fit, and a 6 microphone system that cuts down on environmental noise and lets the calls just flow through beautifully so you can hear every little word or nuance. There's also an ambient mode for when you want and have to hear the world around you. Click the link in the description below or go to buyraycon.com/STCGwork to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/STCGwork. By the way, you can do this with them. They don't fall out. And after 45 minutes, look at what we've got. Soft, squishy, melty tomatoes that have so much flavor in them. It's hot as F, but kind of ridiculous. And the garlic, check right here. Look what happens when I push there. You see this coming up? Oh, it's so hot. Oh, it's just soft and delicious and a little bit nutty and nowhere near the extreme garlic flavor that it was. So let's bring our pot back and put it right there. And then I'll take the tomatoes and put them in sans thyme. We will not use the thyme at this point because it's kind of burned up. But these guys, just look at, they just squish. So, see this juice? I'm telling you, you can use canned tomatoes to make tomato soup, but roasted, that's what this is all about. Oh my God. If you could just smell what I'm smelling, you'd be running to the store right now to buy some. Of course, any juices, hey, you stay out for a second. Any juices that have come off the tomatoes, oh, you want that, because that's really important. Pan juice is always welcome, no matter what was in the pan. Now the garlic, if I can do this, it's just so hot. You just want to squeeze all these gorgeous cloves right out. Watch this magic. Oh. It's hot. AF. Come on, everybody. Okay, we're good. Now we're gonna blend. You could put it in a processor. I happen to have a stick blender that I find very useful, so we'll use it. It gets in small places.
That's what she said.
I don't know why would she say that. And in we go. You can see it thickening as the tomatoes start to mush. Chunky, smooth, this is all up to you, folks. You know, put it in a processor and give it a couple of blasts and it would be chunky but beautifully mixed. If you like smooth, I kind of like smooth for this. Wow. Beautiful. A couple pieces of tomato. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna season it, get it back on the heat, have it simmer away. It'll reduce a bit, get a tiny bit thicker, and we'll start working on our grilled cheese. We're starting off with what's going on the outside of the grilled cheese. You know, often you'd use butter, but we're using our fat of choice, Kewpie mayo. We're only gonna give it a couple things. A little pinch of salt and pepper, and some garlic. And we mix. Of course, we all know that mayo is a beautiful stand-in for butter, especially on the outside of a grilled cheese. And this will be fantastic with the garlic. All right, next, what's going inside it? We've already got the bacon onion jam, so now we'll use a little combination of cheeses. And for this, you could use almost anything, but I'm gonna go with some sharp cheddar, perfect. A little mozzarella. Maybe I could just scatter it all over the whole frickin' house. How's that? And for a little bite of sharpness, which I always like, some shredded parm. And these we'll just toss together, all right? Next, our bread. This is a crusty Italian loaf. So let's go here, we'll go here, and we'll go here. This is gonna be good. What's the first thing we're putting down on this, boys? Who knows?
Bacon jam?
You got it, Max. And that will look like this. And don't worry about the holes. Anything that squeezes out, it's gonna make a nice, delicious mess. And don't be cheap with this. You want this part. You really want this part. Beautiful. Our 3 cheeses. Try and make it as even as you can. Don't worry about what's falling. Just worry about how it's gonna turn out. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. Garlic mayo for the win on the outside. You know what we can do now? We can go put this on the flat top. Let's. And on we go. Careful, gentle, gentle. Now, you wanna cook this on low because we're gonna want the cheese to melt before the bread burns up. It's thick, I got thick bread here. So deal with it, you're gonna be fine. I'm gonna use my lid to steam it a bit. All right, now it's time to flip. And we've intentionally left the mayo off the top, so you can do that if you want. But now, as we're getting ready, now we put it back up. Now we put it on. So, gentle, gentle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Don't say that.
Wait, I want to clear that spot. And now, to help it melt beautifully on the inside, I'm gonna put my little cap on, not my cap, this cap with a piece of ice here and here, to create some steam and to help our little friend get where we want our little friend to be. Voila, boys. Oh, snizza. Let's get this kid off and get some soup happening with it. Extreme gorgeousness, setting down in 3, 2, 1. Wow, holy S. But wait, don't stop there. Because remember, we made soup. Or we didn't just make soup. We made roasted tomato and garlic soup with tomato puree and chipotle puree. Tiny bit of green, like that. Little black pepper. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all she wrote. And if you ask me, I'm not an expert on literature, she wrote a lot. And it's freaking amazing looking. Who's ready for me to cut this?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh. Look at it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try and dip this in because that's the way you should have it, but Max is gonna take a picture at the same time. Dang. This is called the dunk and the bring up. The bring up, that's awful. And after this huge freaking tease, I just need a bite. Yeah. Who wants this? I do. Okay. Regular grilled cheese with regular tomato soup is a classic. Maybe one of the best food pairings ever. But the garlic mayo on the outside of this, the bacon onion jam inside of this, and 3 different cheeses make this, oh, holy shit. It's honestly one of the greatest things I've eaten. I don't mean like today, this week, this month. I mean, period. But wait, the soup by itself. Hold on. How could I be so rude? The poor soup is sitting here going, you're not gonna try me? You had to have me with the sandwich? Oh no, buddy. I got your back. Okay. That little hint of chipotle is ridiculous.